Hi, my name is Claudia Melendez Salinas. I'm the education reporter for the Monterey Herald, and I've been covering the changes in the California education system for almost 10 years. That's me. One of the biggest changes that's come along is the way California evaluates the job that schools are doing to educate children and prepare them for their future. In the past, California used the API, the Academic Performance Index, which was a number from 600 to 1,000. That number has been eliminated, and now we have the California School Dashboard, which officials like to refer to as the dials on a car that give you different measures of how schools are doing. I'm going to take you on a quick tour of the dashboard because there's a lot of dial and gauges, and I'm going to break it up into a couple of videos to give you a time for you to digest a little bit of the information. But just so you know, there's also some tools on the dashboard itself that you can take, a video tutorial, a guide, getting to know the dashboard. So if you have time and energy and desire, you can just jump in and try to find out as much information as you like from about your school. So let's say that first of all, you go into the dashboard. The address is caschooldashboard.org. And once you're there, you can type in the name of your school. Let's see that. Let's pretend that you are in the Monterey Peninsula Unified. So I'm going to type in Monterey Peninsula and go, and it's the first thing that comes up. You should also notice that it's not just the actual district, but also all the schools within the district that have their own measurements. So we have Marina High and Marina Children, Monte Vista, the Dual Language Academy, etc. And when you have time, feel energy, or so desired, you can just peruse them at your own leisure. We're going to go into the Monterey Peninsula Unified first. Look at the first page. It gives you, first of all, the number of students that are enrolled, what percentage of them are socioeconomically disadvantaged, which is almost 69%, very low income kids in this district, and almost 30% of English learners. Part of the reason why the district is asking, the state is asking all the districts to identify these numbers is because the district is giving more money to make sure that the children who are in these categories receive special help. And the districts will be held accountable to that measure. So that's why you have all these gauges and dials, because every single student group will be identified to make sure that they're achieving and that the monies are being used for these kids to perform better. In the equity report, one of the things that the state is looking at that is very different from previous years is, for instance, chronic absenteeism. Children who don't go to school don't perform as well, so that's one of the things that the state is paying very much attention to. Suspension rate. The state, and there's a lot of data that shows that children who get suspended sometimes fall off the educational rails, so that's why they're paying attention to that. And the CSUMB is doing really well. MPUSD is doing really well. Yeah, all these school acronyms drive me crazy sometimes. We can click on that and show the suspension rate is not very high. And before we go any further, I have to remind you or let you know that the state is awarding pies like to show how well they're doing. So if you have a pie with 5 slices, the blue, that's the highest score that you can get, and followed by the green, the yellow, orange, and the red. And each time you go a grade lower, you will see that you have 1 fewer slice on your pie. So getting 4 slices or getting a green is really good. Like you see, all students, the statistical performances, they're doing really well. The English learners, they're doing very well. Foster youth, not so well because they're only earning 3 slices, and we have 54 foster youth students in the Monterey Peninsula Unified School District. If you want to see a more detailed report, you can click here, obviously, and you see what is the English learner progress. In 2015, 70% of students, English learners, made progress towards English proficiency. That was better in 2016 and slightly better in 2017. College and career indicator. One of the things that state is really emphasizing with these new changes in the local control funding formula, Common Core, they want to make sure that students are coming out of high school prepared to take on the world or to enter university or college. And so far, the class of 2016, kids who graduated last year, 42% were prepared. 30% were almost prepared, or what the state likes to say, approaching prepared, and 28% were not prepared. There's other academic indicators here, the English language, art and math, how kids are doing. They're doing below. The state wants to make sure that at least all the students reach level 3. And the students at MPUSD are either about 50 points in English language arts below from level 3. And in math, they are about 60 points below level 3. 11th graders, they've reached their level 3, but they're below level 3 in math. Because the district, as I mentioned earlier, because the districts are being given money to pay attention to vulnerable populations, you see in this chart each report broken down by group. So you have it for all students, but also by English learners, for foster youth, homeless students, socioeconomically disadvantaged, students with disabilities, African American, American Indian, and Asian. And you will see the progress that is made by each one of its subgroups in each of the categories that the state is emphasizing they want to see progress on. So the graduation rate, as you can see, all the students, the district is doing very well. But for English learners, they're a little lagging behind. They're in the yellow category. Students are not doing so well in academic achievement. In academic achievement, the district is only earning orange, which is 2 slices of the pie. The state, ideally, all the districts would the state would like to see all the districts earn green at the very least, or blue, which are the top 2 highest marks. And as you can see, academically, it's a pretty weak area for the Monterey Peninsula Unified School District. One of the things that administrators keep talking about when they talk about the dashboard is how they can dig deeper. And I invite you to do that. You can click on any of the highlighted portions and you can go and see for yourself what is that each student group is doing, and also go back to the actual schools, see how the schools are doing. And maybe in another video, I can take you to do that. But for now, give it a spin. See how you like it. Thank you.